their options were not great. You're talking about guys like Clint Capella, Brooke Lopez, Al Horford, all these like really at the near end of their rope type veterans where you're like, those guys, really? Like that's gonna be their starting center? Not great. I mean, the next best option was re-signing Jackson Hayes. And so getting Hayes, to re-sign it's good, but it wasn't going to fulfill their need because let's look what happened in the playoffs. Hayes was pretty much unplayable as their starting center. But the Lakers really needed that starting caliber type of player to really bring in and solidify their need at the center position. And so getting getting Aiton to be bought out was absolutely huge for the team. And so they covered that in now, and they have a viable starting center. Now, look at a lot of people have questions about his motor. Can he, you know, really get that motor running like when he was in Phoenix under Chris Paul as a point guard? And get that rejuvenation in his career, because his stint in Portland was not great. And so taking that all in consideration, I think he's going to have a fantastic year. All things considered. You take Luka Doncic, you take LeBron James, all these guys that are facilitating the basketball around. Luka's going to be throwing lobs to this guy. Look what he did with Jackson Hayes in the regular season. Jackson Hayes looked like he was going to get paid in the regular season. Now it fell apart in the playoffs, but that's a different issue. And so I think he's gonna do wonders in the regular season for the Lakers, fulfilling their need. Now you have Jackson Hayes as the backup, and then you also have Maxi Kleber as kind of like that, fill-in guy for whenever injuries will happen. And word on the street is Kleber is getting in pretty good shape. And so now the other need that they were kind of lacking in is that kind of defensive-minded guard. They lost Dorian Finney-Smith in free agency to Houston, and that was a big loss because Dorian Finney-Smith covered a lot of ground for the Lakers, especially in that wingman role. And so getting again on their knees, they should be thanking God that they landed Marcus Smart. Again, a buyout situation. He was not available at the beginning of free agency, but Washington and him agreed on a buyout, and pretty much his destination was to the Lakers. Luka helped out tremendously in recruiting him, and so that shows you that Luka's already being committed to this team. And so him bringing in Marcus Smart, a defensive-minded guard, not only that, but the veteran leadership that Marcus Smart is going to bring on this team is going to be huge. The locker room leader, the guy that's going to get the guys in the huddle, in timeouts, give them direction, spark a light under their butts.